Welcome to Bible Wonderland. Step into a world where God's heroes shine bright with faith and courage. Today, we're journeying back in time to meet a brave young boy and a mighty giant. Get ready for an adventure that proves even the smallest person can make a huge difference. Once upon a time, in the beautiful land of Israel, a powerful army faced a terrifying problem. Across the valley stood their enemies, and with them was a giant named Goliath. He was incredibly strong, fierce, and oh, so very, very tall. His armor gleamed in the sun, and his voice boomed like thunder. Every single morning and every single evening, Goliath would stomp out and shout across the battlefield, "Who will fight me? Send out your best warrior." But all the soldiers were frozen with fear. They'd look at Goliath, then at each other, and tremble. Shivering with fear, he's just too big. No one can possibly defeat him. One soldier would whisper to another. They felt hopeless, believing that no amount of training or strength could match the giant's power. It seemed like there was no one brave enough to answer Goliath's challenge. But one day, everything changed. A young shepherd boy named David arrived at the camp. He wasn't a soldier. He was just there to bring some bread and cheese to his older brothers who were in the army. As David handed over the food, he heard Goliath's booming, arrogant shouts. The soldiers around him were shaking, but David felt something different stir inside him. It wasn't fear. It was something strong, something powerful. It was faith. David couldn't believe what he was hearing. He saw the fear in everyone's eyes and knew he had to do something. He went straight to the king and declared with confidence, "I will go and fight him." The king and his advisors were stunned. They looked at this young boy with no armor and no sword and couldn't imagine him facing the giant. "You're only a boy," the king exclaimed. "Goliath has been a warrior since he was young." But David wasn't swayed. He explained, "God will protect me, just like he helped me fight off fierce lions and bears when they tried to attack my father's sheep. He will help me now." David's heart was filled with courage because he knew he wasn't going to fight alone. The king, surprised but moved by David's unwavering faith, finally agreed. The soldiers tried to help by giving David the king's own heavy armor, a bronze helmet, and a weighty coat of mail. David tried it on, but it was clunky and unfamiliar. He took a few steps and almost stumbled. With a smile, he took it all off. "I don't need this," he said calmly. "I can't go in these because I'm not used to them. God is my real protection." Instead, he picked up his trusty shepherd's staff, his simple sling, and went to a nearby stream where he carefully chose 5 smooth, round stones. That was all he needed. With his head held high, David walked out onto the battlefield. Goliath saw him coming and burst into laughter. The sound echoed across the valley. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" the giant roared, mocking David's simple staff. "You think you can defeat me, you little boy? Come here, and I'll feed you to the birds." But David's voice rang out, clear and bold, filled with a power that surprised everyone. "You come against me with a sword and a spear and a javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied," David declared. "This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands." David placed one of his smooth stones into the sling. He began to swing it around his head, faster and faster, once, twice, 3 times, and then he let it fly. The stone whizzed through the air with incredible speed and precision. Thwack! The stone struck Goliath right on his forehead. the only place not covered by his heavy helmet. Everyone gasped in disbelief. The mighty giant, who had terrified an entire army, stumbled backward. His eyes rolled back, and he fell to the ground with a tremendous thud that shook the earth. The battle was over, just like that. David had won not with a soldier's strength or heavy armor, but with unwavering faith and a single courageous stone. The enemy army, seeing their champion fall, turned and fled in panic. The Israelite soldiers, who had been frozen in fear just moments before, let out a massive cheer. They celebrated their incredible victory, all thanks to the shepherd boy who dared to believe. David became a hero that day, not because he was big or strong, but because he trusted God completely and wasn't afraid to stand up for what was right. And the lesson from David's amazing story is something we can all carry in our hearts. It shows us that even the smallest person can do great and wonderful things when they believe in God's power and have faith. True courage isn't about your size or your strength. It's about the size of your faith. So kids, thanks for watching Bible Wonderland, where every story shines with God's magic and teaches us something new. We hope you loved this adventure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next story. See you again soon for more wonders from the Bible.